Hey everyone, and welcome to this build. My name is Aya, and today we're going to be building a Red Komodo shoulder rig. I recently used that rig on a spec project. Okay, quick overview of the rig. So we have the Red Komodo paired with the new DZO Artlist. This is the 35 T1.4. This is the small HD Indicini. Everything is on a tilt shoulder rig, and for the focus I'm using a small rig Magic Fizz. But I'm currently having some issues, maybe due to the rain. I'm not sure. I tested at home and it worked, so you know, I'm switching between manual focus and the wireless focus. But yeah, this is basically how it looks, and I wanted something, you know, in between handheld and a bit more like stable, where I can, you know, capture everything that's happening on like eye level. And I thought to myself that this is going to be a rather simple build that I can pull off on my own. So today I want to show you just that. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we dive into the build itself, I want to introduce you to all the parts that you're going to need for it. And by the way, in the description below, everything is going to be listed, so rest assured. So yeah, let's start with the shoulder rig itself. This is the tilted shoulder rig. I had it laying around and I decided to use this one. I think it's pretty cool, but if you have one from another brand, this is, you know, this is going to work as well. Now, as I said, I am using the Red Komodo, the OG, or, you know, the Nikon now. Here I have the tilted cage, which I don't think you really need for this build because it's, you know, maybe it's going to make it a bit more heavier, but I just didn't have it in me to, you know, to remove it, so I just left it on there. This here is the RF to EF Canon adapter with the internal ND filter. I'm using it since the lens that I'm using has an EF mount, and also because I didn't want to put a matte box, you know, in front of the lens so that it can be a bit more compact. And here on the bottom, this plate, it came with the cage itself. So again, you can just use your own plate that you have lying around. With the tilt shoulder rig package, there is a plate that comes with it, but this one worked since it's, you know, again from Tilta, so I'm just using that. And here on the back I have the V-mount plate from Core. I'm pairing it with a Core battery as well. This is the Nano V98. I really love these and I want to snag some more of them, but I have some small rig ones coming my way, so I'm, you know, excited to test those one out. Now, monitor wise, what I have is the small HD Indicini. If you have another one, again, it works, you just need a monitor. Personally, not actually a fan of that. I've been using it, you know, since I bought the Komodo, because I just bought it paired with this monitor, but I'm kind of thinking of trying the new Portkeys, I think like the 7-inch that they recently released. So, you know, if Portkeys is watching that, maybe we can, you know, figure something out. What I wanted to do is be able to pull focus without, you know, having to touch the lens. So I actually removed one of the handles of the shoulder rig so that I can put my follow focus on it. And I have two. I have the one from small rig, the Magic Fizz, and I also have the Tilta Nucleus Nano N2. I think they both do a great job. I personally like the build quality more of the Nano. However, I still don't have a mount that I can use on it to mount on this, you know, ARRI rosette plate. I just need to order one. So on the spec shoot, I use the small rig because of that. And in order to pair it with the shoulder rig, I use this extender arm from Tilta, which has, you know, two ARRI rosettes, and also this thing which came in the small rig Magic Fizz, you know, kit, is some kind of adapter that, you know, allows you to install it here on the wireless focus itself, and then I attach this, you know, to the arm. So you should be able to do the same for the Nucleus if you have, you know, the right adapter. Now I'm also using this magic arm here from small rig. Again, I just had this one lying around, maybe you have another one, and I'm using that to mount the monitor. I'll show you in a bit how that looks. And here I have, some cables. This is again the wireless focus that you use, to pair with the lens so that you can actually pull focus. I'm using an extender rod for that, so that because my lens is, a bit bigger, and so that I can attach that on the shoulder rig itself. I'm powering the wireless focus with a USB-C to USB-A cable. And I just really wanted to show you this cable because I just love this thing. Sorry for that. Because let me just show you something. This is the regular charger that I use for my V-mount batteries, and as you can see, it's pretty huge. Now, when I'm in the office or at home, perfect. But when I'm on the go, this doesn't work. I just can't carry this thing with me. So I bought this cable from Condor Blue, and I think they made great accessories. Sadly, I don't think many of them are like imported where I am. Anyways, this is like a D-tap to USB-C, and now you can use it both ways. You can use it to power an accessory, such as, let's say, the wireless focus thingy. What I use it for is to actually charge my V-mount batteries, because you just need like your iPhone adapter even. You put the USB-C cable into, your adapter on the wall plug, and then this thing in your battery, and it charges. And this is like the best thing ever for traveling. Now, enough with me talking about the parts. Let's get into the build. Alright, so this is the shoulder rig itself. Now how you use that is, you just put it right there. I just have to extend it a bit. Okay, so this is how the shoulder rig looks when it's extended, and you just put it on your shoulder like this. Now, as I said, I have removed this handle, and what we are going to do is we are going to install the wireless focus there. Now, as I said, for this example, I'm using the small HD one just because I don't have a mount for the tilted one, but again, feel free to use whichever you like. Okay, now I'm going to attach the extension arm here so that our left handle can be, the same length as our wireless focus, so, it's just a bit more comfy, I think. And just like that, you attach your wireless focus. Now, how this is going to look like now is you put it on your shoulder. You can, also extend this one a bit more if you'd like. And basically, with one hand, you support the whole build on your shoulder, and with the other, like with your right hand, for me, this made more sense. You're, pulling focus, and I think this is, great. Now, once you figure out the distance of your lens, so that you can control the focus, it's kind of muscle memory. So yeah, you just shoot and you do that. I think it's pretty comfy instead of, having to pull focus on the lens itself. Okay, moving on, I'm thinking let's install the magic arm and the monitor. I'm going to put the camera last because it's, it's pretty heavy. So I'm going to mount the monitor here on the left side, and then I'm going to, once I have this on my shoulder, the monitor is going to be right here so that it's, where my eyes are looking at. Make sure that it's tight enough. I always have this issue where I just can't tighten things, adjust it however you like, and then, we can just mount our monitor on top. Now, to power the monitor, I'm using two of the smallest NPF batteries I could find laying around. Those are the NPF 550s. Now, I know some people are just going to power the monitor using their V-mount battery and with a cable. I just hate cables. I just hate having them, around, and I just prefer those two batteries. They're small enough and they last for a couple of hours, so that works for me. You can power the monitor also using only one, bigger one, but I think that kind of ruins the balance for me sometimes. So. This extension rod, it came with the shoulder rig. I also have longer ones, and it kind of depends on your setup, but I'm just going to demonstrate with this one. So this is let's call it the base plate of the shoulder rig itself. Again, it comes in the kit. I'm going to remove the tilted focus since we are using the other one. Now, let's focus on the camera. By the way, this is the new Artlist Prime. I made a video or review of those lenses, so if you want to check it out, do so here. And before I continue, I just want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which, wait, it's me. Really, I am sponsoring this video myself. I have like a small online store. It's lostandireland.com/shop that you can check out. I sell some like digital goodies, like director's treatment templates or pitch templates, and also some pre-production documents and systems. So if this, sounds interesting to you, I'm going to leave it in the description. Go check it out. And this is, the best way that you can support this channel. So yeah, thank you, Aya. Let's continue. So as I said, this is the Canon EF to RF, RF to EF. Anyways, it's just one out there. Filter with the internal ND. Now, I do have to say that I'm not the biggest fan of this particular ND in here. Like, if you only use it like on the first steps, of the ND, it's fine. But when you crank it to the end, there is a lot of like cower cast. It tends to get very, very warm and orangey. I've noticed two other products that I'm currently eyeing. One is the Mofash Poco, but it's like PL to RF and it has like an internal ND. And the other one, I'm just going to put the name of it here since I forgot, but it's just like a separate filter. So you can use this adapter, but just, change the filter. So I'm thinking that either one of those, could be a bit of a better like the glass itself, but it works. I mean, it works. And if you're so worried about it, you can just use a matte box. Also, now if I just put a top handle, I can, just use this thing to shoot handheld, and it's actually pretty easy, to mount it on or off from the shoulder rig, if you want to maybe capture something from a lower angle. But in this case, I'm not gonna put it. Okay. And this is an SDI cable, which is 12G rated, and mine is pretty short, so make sure to grab like a longer one. This is, I think, 30 centimeters, so maybe just grab 50, or a bit more of cord. And I really like those L brackets or angle brackets, I don't know how to call them. I think they're a lot easier than like the straighter ones, especially because you have to plug it down here on the Komodo, and with the straight ones I'm always having a tough time with that, and this has to go, last. So anyways, I'm not going to power the camera, so I'm going to show you. Now we are going to mount the focus on the extension rod, and we are going to use this cable to power it from the battery. I always have a tough time opening those things here, and I'm going to break my nails. And I just had them, kind of cleaned out. So I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to open it that way. There we go. And this goes in here. Oh, also I have this like small rig cable clamps. I don't use them all the time, but doesn't hurt. From time to time you can just kind of do this and have it tucked in. And voila, that's the build. So let me demonstrate you how it looks. Now, if I had a top handle, I could, just lift it from here. So you know what? Let's grab one. This is my 8 Zin top handle, and I have to use it with that little thingy because it's a bit of a weird mount. Now, if one of my ACs said that they really love this handle. I have mixed feelings. Like, it's very sturdy and it has a lot of mounts on it, but when I'm shooting handheld, I'm not like the biggest fan of it because my hand, just gets very kind of tired of it, and I just get bruised like very easily. And I mean, as a woman, I do want to have, soft hands, but yeah, you can forget that with that job. Anyways, so yeah, this is how the thing looks. Now I have to just, adjust my monitor a bit here, but and yeah, this is it. This is how I'm going to use it to shoot. I can just watch the monitor here and as I said, operate the focus like this. And yeah, it's pretty easy, to move around like that. It's kind of natural, especially if you're doing some like walk-in shots or something with a bit of movement. Well, that's the video. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'm gonna make sure to answer each and every one of you. I really like, making those builds from time to time. If you've enjoyed, please press that subscribe button, comment, like, support me. And yeah, I promise to not disappoint. Okay, well, take care everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.